Truth and Lies podcast, back again with another video, and it's your host, He Got Sauce. Now today we're going to be talking about a few side hustles. One of my favorite side hustles is the rental car business. Now before we get into that, like, share this with a friend, you feel me? And this is a channel where we talk about money, side hustles, credit, relationships, pretty much everything that you need. Today we're going to be talking about side hustles. One of my favorite side hustles is rental car. Now, I've been renting cars off about 4 years. I'm located in the Palm Beach, Miami area, and to me, it's a great market. I have economy cars. I just added a new car to my fleet, which is a BMW X5, and I'm very excited for that. And things are going well. So I wanted to share my experience and let y'all know how the rental car business, how to get started, things you need to know, the pros, the cons, etc. Now, the first thing you should do is when you look for a side hustle, you should do your research. Now, when you're doing the research, you have to see what type of niche that you want to be in. You want to do luxury, you want to do economy, you want to do SUVs, and sedans. Which cars would you like to be in? Which lane would you like to be in? Now, I decided to do economy just because one, it's affordable. Two, pretty much it's affordable for the client so they can afford it and they can stay in the car longer. Now, I have Kias, Hondas, Nissans, and pretty much it's been going well for me. Now, when you're buying your car, you can finance a car. I did both. I bought cars cash and I financed. I already had 2 cars that I owned cash when I was driving and the other one I was renting out, and I decided to go finance 2 cars at the same time. And I swiped my business credit card and I used that as a down payment to purchase each car. And I put $1,000 down, you feel me? So initially I got the car without paying cash. I used my business credit card. And then those 4 cars got me where I am now with 9 vehicles, you feel me? And throughout the 4 years, I only lost 1 vehicle was, the engine blew. Those are the pros and cons about it. The cars can, engines can blow, the cars can get in accidents, but if the car gets in an accident and it's not too bad, you can always get the car fixed and get it right back on the road to make more money. So you gotta deal with insurance claims, etc. Now, when you're buying your car, you gotta figure out, okay, which car would I like to get? Now, to me, I would get a car that you're familiar with. I'll get a car that is easy for you to deal with the maintenance. So I'll probably most likely get some Toyotas, Hondas, Nissans, Hondas, cars like that. And then you can finance like I did, but I don't recommend it when you're starting off and you trying to get your foot into the door. I would buy a car cash, see how it goes, and if you like it, you can grow from there. But if you're financing a car, you're pretty much stuck with that car and it's not getting ran out. Now you're pretty much upside down on payments. So once you realize, okay, you want to buy a car cash. Now there's a few places where you can go. You can go to Facebook Marketplace. You can go to Buy Here, Pay Here. You can go, see a couple of people that's selling cars that's parked on the side of the street. It's pretty much up to you. My favorite place to go is Facebook Marketplace because I like to purchase the cars on Facebook Marketplace. Once I done got them, booked, once I done got them cleaned out, oil change, deal with the maintenance, and GPS installed and rental car contract, I like to throw them back on Facebook Marketplace so they can get rented out full time. And most likely they'll pay me weekly. So if I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cars and everyone's giving me a certain amount every week, I can know what I'm gonna make every week, so know what I make every month, and with the extra money I can save and also can pay my expenses so I can grow a lot faster and pretty much etc. Now, once you purchase your car, you want to go with a mechanic. You want to go with someone that's reliable, someone that can tell you about the car if you don't know much about cars, pretty much make your job easier. Now, essentially, you want to go with a mechanic, and when you go with them, they're going to test the car out, drive it, they're going to check the VIN number, make sure it's matching up with the VIN number that's on the window dash. And once you're done doing that, you test drive the car, you see if you like it. There's not there's minor issues wrong with it besides a tune-up and small maintenance. Now it's time to purchase the car. You purchase the car, now you got the car. Now it's time to detail the car. You gotta detail it. You have to do the maintenance. Once you do the maintenance, now you see what type of conditions the car is in, so you can get it ready for the guest. Now, next thing I'll do is order some seat covers and some business cards. And the reason why is because you want to add some seat covers into the car, so let's just say they smoke in the car, make a mess, it's not on the seats, and when it's time to sell the car, you don't have no permanent stains on the seat covers, that you can always change them and replace them anytime you want. And then I also installed the GPS tracker, so let's just say the guest is giving you a hard time, they're late on payment, or they just clear out, just ignoring you. You can kill switch the vehicle and go pick up your car with a spare key. And if you don't have a spare key, you can always kill switch the car. And once you kill switch the car, pretty much you can go pick it up at the guest house, etc. And always have a locksmith handy, always have a body guy handy, and always have a reliable mechanic to take care of any type of issues that pops up on the vehicle. Now that you got the car and all that situated, you got GPS installed, you already ordered your business cards, now it's time to get your lease agreement contract. You can get one online, you can go to ChatGPT and make one yourself, or you can hit me up and I can give you the one that I use, the lease agreement contract that I made, and I have my attorney and a few other people look over it to make sure everything's up to par. And it's pretty much saves you and just gives you written permission to let the guest drive your vehicle. Pretty much, once you're done doing that, now it's time to look for a renter. When you're looking for your renter, you gotta check your license. Pretty much, once you're checking your license, you gotta make sure their license is valid. You gotta, if you found them on social media, look at their social media, kind of see what type of person that they is. Because if you seem like you're having a bad vibe about it, don't give out your keys. If you feel like they're trying to, do some illegal activities, don't give out your keys to the customer, just because you will regret it in the long run. Either they'll crash your car, get arrested, or they'll just smoke in the car and return it back dirty. And now, guess what? You got to keep their deposit, but now you got to get rid of that smell, and that's time consuming when you're trying to get the car cleaned out and ready for another guest. So pretty much, once you found out the customer that you want, I would make a Turo account also, because let's just say that you don't feel comfortable renting out your car to that guest, then you can tell them to book you through Turo. So let's just say if they smoke in the car, return it late, do anything crazy in the car, if they book it through Turo, Turo will step in like a big brother and pretty much will charge the guest for a late fee, charge the guest for a cleaning fee and smoking fee, so you can always get your money so if anything goes wrong. Now, once they rent the car from you a few times from Turo and you feel comfortable, now they rent out the car directly to you. So now you're seeing more money, they're saving more money, problem solved. Now, that's just, a few experiences that I had renting cars out, either private or on Turo. Because regardless, they can smoke in the car on the Turo platform or off the Turo platform. But sometimes I like to use the Turo platform to use it as a funnel to attract more customers, more qualified customers, and more customers that's gonna stay around and not just rent out the car just for a couple of days or maybe a week. When you're in this business, you're in a marketing business, and you gotta market your business right, and you also gotta find the customers that's gonna stay in there longer. Because let's just say if you have two potential customers, one wanted for a couple of days and the other one wanted for a couple of weeks. 9 times out of 10, you should go with the one that wanted for a couple of weeks, just because you're gonna make more, they're gonna save more, problem solved, and now good business. Now, if you got this valuable information, like, share, subscribe, and pretty much I'll let you guys know more experience that I have with the rental car business, more side hustles that you can, get familiar with and try to get on the same vibe that, that most people are on, where just trying to make easy money and trying to make some passive money. Truth and Lies Podcast, let's talk about it.